Okay, I am certain more people are going to hop on. Over 50 people registered. Where are you? Anyway, for those of you who don't know me, welcome. And since it's just so few of us, I want you to just unmute really quick and tell me, what is it about posting about your business that gives you the most negative thoughts? Just unmute, share. Anybody?
No response.
No response. Yes. So that brings up what kind of thoughts?
What am I doing? Am I wasting my time?
Why am I bothering to do this?
Why am I even bothering? Okay. Yeah.
It's really supposed to work.
Yes. Got it. Yeah. So much of that is all thoughts that you need to manage. And it's something that I actually teach a lot about in something I will offer you at the end of this 20-minute free workshop, because your thoughts about posting are so very important to keeping you consistent with posting. All right, amazing. So if you don't know me, my name is Kelly Lintz. I'm a Sapphire ambassador with Plexus. I've been doing Plexus for maybe 7 years. And my business was born out of the necessity that came from my primary career, which is as a professional actress. It's maybe the most unstable career you could possibly pick. And also I had 4 children who were also in the industry. And as they became more successful, I found myself and my husband found ourselves all over the world sitting on film sets with them where they were making money and we were not. So we would be on the phone with each other like, hey, quick question. Who's at home paying the mortgage? And so I needed something, another stream of income that would allow me to work from anywhere at any time with great flexibility. And boy, did Plexus save the day. Not only that, when Hollywood shut down during COVID, we would have lost our house had I not had my Plexus income. And now the actors are all on strike. So again, this is going to save the day because I don't really care that we're on strike. I can outlast anybody right now because I have a 6-figure income with this business. So I am somebody that got to the jewel level of Plexus with no rubies on my team. I had senior golds and below. That's not common. It's just my story. I don't necessarily recommend that. And I attribute that fact to one thing, and that is that recruiting is my specialty. And I attribute the fact that recruiting is my specialty to one fact, and that is my ability to write good copy. I've always been a writer. I was a writer before Plexus, and I was a writer on social media before Plexus. So people were already reading what I was writing. And so this was just sort of really a natural progression for me. So there's an interesting thing about that, though. There's tons of people in this organization, in the Plexus landscape, that are phenomenal at training you to develop silvers or to work your daily IPA, or they're the bomb at systems. But what I'm best at and what I attribute my success in jewel status to is my ability to write compelling copy consistently. And there's really not a lot of training that you'll find on this, on writing for the network marketer. A lot of times what you're told is, well, just follow some jewels, copy their posts, like kind of tweak them and make them your own. And that's really all you get. There's not a lot of training that has it's like a bag with handles that you can pick up and walk out the door with. And so I think it's the most necessary skill, however, that you can have. It's one of the most beneficial and influential skills that you can have. So I've sort of taken this topic on as my specialty and what I can give back to the Plexus organization. So I don't have time to share with you everything I know tonight. I'm just going to give you a brief overview to open your eyes to maybe what might be going wrong for you as it relates to posting about your business. If you're struggling with recruiting, there's a couple of reasons that I can help you with that this might be so. And the first one is that you aren't being consistent. And maybe you're not being consistent because of what you said, Lana, like, well, nobody responded. Therefore, what I'm making that mean is that nobody cares. Therefore, I won't post about this anymore. Until maybe a week later, you're like, well, you know what, though, maybe there is somebody that's interested. And then you post again and you do what I like to call willy-nilly plexus, meaning you post 3 times one week and then not at all the next. And when life gets busy, you're out. And when life is not that busy and it's convenient, you're in. And all that's doing is causing your audience to take you less seriously as a business owner. If you want to be taken seriously as a CEO of an organization, you have to be predictable. It's better to do less predictably than more sporadically. You have to divorce yourself emotionally from the outcome and just decide, I'm a person who posts once or twice a week about plexus, period, the end, no matter what happens. The reason you might not be doing that, though, is, first of all, your thoughts surrounding it. But one, you might be like, well, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to say. Or maybe you feel like you've already said it all. Like, why do I need to say this again? And you haven't solved for that with careful planning. It's amazing to me when I talk to people and I'm like, well, I just don't know what to post. I'm like, well, when is your content creation time? When is that scheduled into your week? And they're like, huh? And they don't realize that, like, this is a job. And Target and Nike, I assure you, they're not sitting around each morning going, all right, guys, like, what do we want to post today? Should we make a commercial today? I don't know. They're not doing that. They're planning their content 6 months ahead of time. How do I know that? Because in the beginning of my career, when I was the commercial queen of the universe, I would be shooting Christmas commercials in July. That's how far ahead they plan. And why would we be any different than that? Now, we don't have to plan 6 months ahead, but what if you planned a couple of weeks ahead? Or what if you, on the 25th of every month, sat down and blocked out maybe an hour of time into your schedule where you said, what's going on in September? Okay, we're back to school. Teachers are going to need energy. Moms are ready to get back to, like, working on themselves because they'll have more time. Like, what are some posts that I can do that meet the needs that these people are facing right now? And if once you come up with those posts, now I know I'm probably going to need a photo with active. I'm going to need a photo with hydrate. And so I better go to, like, a cute little outdoor shopping area and do a little photo shoot. And if I'm going to do a photo shoot, I better bring, like, maybe 3 tops with me, because that way it won't look like I've taken these photos all on the same day. And you might be thinking, gosh, that's involved. Well, being a CEO of a successful organization is that involved. You can actually solve for this like that. Now, you might be saying, well, dang, Kelly, I am doing that. I'm as consistent as the United States Post Office, rain, snow, sleet, hail, and you're still not recruiting fairly regularly. It could be for the second reason that I want to present, and that's that you're consistent, but your posts aren't compelling. They're not moving people to take action. And one of the main reasons that could be is because you're not utilizing the art of good copywriting. And then what you do is you copy and paste badly written posts that also don't use the art of good copywriting. And then no one responds. And you're like, well, nobody wants this. And it's not that they don't want this. It's just that you haven't navigated the minefield that is your audience's mind very well. If all you are doing is posting selfies of you in the car that are like, running errands, glad I have my pink drink, I'm not saying that that's a bad post. I'm not saying I haven't done posts like that. I'm just saying if that's all you're doing, it's only going to get you so far. The human mind is a minefield, and people's attention spans are so short that if you make a misstep in this process, they're going to be like, I don't need to keep reading this, scroll. And there's a general roadmap that your posts need to follow to get people to feel things. And you might be saying, why do they have to feel things? Don't they need to know things? No, not really. That's because we make purchasing decisions from a place of emotion, not logic. 3 days ago, it was Tuesday, and I was like, oh, dang, I'm going to Mexico on Friday. I don't have anything to wear. The emotion I felt was panic. That panic caused me to click a lot of different links on Amazon. Right? If I was logical, I would have done it a month ahead of time, but I'm not. I was emotional. Okay. So I made those purchasing decisions from a place of emotion. And my whole goal is to teach you to write posts that actually get read, because that's half the battle. And if you do it well, if you use the art of copywriting, it's going to be the reason why in a sea of people that are selling Plexus, they will choose you to say yes to. Now, if the first thing that you need to know about the order of operations is you got to present the problem. And some of you are like, well, duh. I mean, of course I begin with a problem. Do you though? If you're putting up posts that say, the reset, you guys, it's $89 permanently now. That's not presenting the problem first. That's presenting a call to action first. And people are going to read that and be like, so I don't even know what the reset is. I don't know why I would need the reset. I don't even know what problems it solves. Therefore, it must not be for me. Scroll. So you have to present the problem first. So how do you come up with what problems we solve? You fill in the blank with this, and I want you to put some things in the chat right now. Fill in the blank with, oh, if I could just. What are people in your audience saying, if I could just, about as it relates to their health?
Huh?
If I could just sleep better. Who else? If I could just lose weight. Yep. One more. If I could just have more energy. That's 3 different post ideas right there. And I think those are the ones I chose to show you. If I could just lose weight, have more energy, poop, sleep better. That's 4 different post ideas. Now, here's a mistake that many people make. They do what I call kitchen sink posting. That's when you try to solve everything from weight loss to pooping to alien invasion all in one post. That's why you don't know what to write about anymore, because you've put it all in one post. And when people do that, when you do that, it's a landmine, okay? Because people are confused, and a confused mind always says no. If you have 95 problems in the same post that you're trying to solve, people's brains don't know where to land. And that's an uncomfortable feeling, and they will do what they can to escape it. And that means scrolling by your post. This isn't for me. That's too tiring to think about. So you get to choose one problem per post. Okay. The second landmine is, don't bore me, please. Don't bore me with non-descriptive writing. So, for example, let's just choose weight loss as the post that we're going to expand on tonight. Which of these grabs your attention more, number 1 or number 2? Put it in the chat. Which one is more interesting to read? Which one would have you? Yes, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Your audience's mind, we have a 6-second attention span. That means that I have 6 seconds to grab you and make you decide if you're going to stick with me for the next 6 seconds. That's how much our brains are ADHD in this country. So this first sentence, yeah, I mean, it's okay. I'm not saying it's a bad sentence. It just doesn't grab my attention the way that this one does. Okay, so that's presenting the problem. Now, a lot of times people skip the next part of the step, and it's like problem part B. Why haven't they been able to solve this yet? Okay, And don't assume that they know. So what are some reasons, put it in the chat, why this problem, why people can't lose weight nowadays? I can think of at least 10. Just put a couple in the chat. Why, if I could just lose weight, and I would, but there's hidden toxic ingredients in my diet. Yes. I'm just sick of this. I give up, Debbie says. Okay, anything else? I don't have any willpower. These cravings are killing me. I don't have time, so I just grab fast food on the go. That's a great one, Lana. I don't want to diet. Yes, all of these are great ideas. It's too complicated. Oh, that's such a good one. Nobody likes complicated. Okay, so let's choose a few. If I could just lose weight, and I haven't been able to solve this because for me, my story was diet and exercise just no longer worked. I was doing all the things. I was a professional actress. It was my job to eat right and exercise. And yet I still looked 3 months pregnant when I definitely was not. Why was that, right? People don't have time for a complicated regimen. Some people think being healthy is too expensive. So this is just 3, and you guys gave me maybe 3 or 4 more. Do you see how I've expanded one post idea about weight loss into 4 different posts? Because you get to choose one per post. This is 4 different weight loss posts. What if you sat down one day and scheduled these out for September, October, and November? You have weight loss posts right here that would last you till Christmas. Now we have other W's we want to solve: wealth and wellness. You could do the same thing for a wellness post and a wealth post about the business opportunity. You could have 4 posts each. So I continued. You're a precise calorie counter and you CrossFit until you're half dead, but the scale refuses to budge. Again, I've chosen to make it an interesting way to say it that has people going, oh my gosh, how did she know? It's like she's in my head, right? Do you see how economical I've been with my words as well? So many times I see posts where you say the same thing 4 different times and in 4 different ways. You don't need to do that. Just say it once really well, because again, if you start saying the same thing over and over again, now I'm irritated with you because you're robbing me of my time. Okay. All right. Next, you have to agitate them. And that doesn't mean annoy them. It just means tell them why they need to solve this now. And you agitate them by letting them know the pain that will be caused if they don't solve this right now. So for example, some of the reasons that you need to solve this anyway, even though diet and exercise aren't working for you. Hang on a second. Is I need to solve it now because I might gain weight and have to spend money on larger size clothes. Nobody wants to do that. That is painful. I might look horrible in some upcoming photo ops I have, like a high school reunion or vacation or your daughter's wedding. Or I might resort to starving myself and wreck my metabolism. These are 3 reasons why. Hang on, I'm gonna mute whoever that is. There we go. I've now expanded a weight loss post from 1 idea to 4 ideas to 7 ideas. Here are 7 different post ideas. So let me expand. Your daughter's upcoming wedding looms and how you'll look in those photos looms larger. Another thing you might notice is that I have a lot of white space in this post. You know those posts that you see that are like just 1 giant paragraph? I promise you, that's a landmine. No white space, landmine. It's going to cause me to scroll because it just makes my eyes tired looking at it. You want to make it easy to read, little 6-second chunks at a time. Okay? Give them a lot of white space. And then and only then do you share the solution with them and you present yourself as the competent guide. You need to solve for your body's rebellion to the old standby of diet and exercise. You need the third leg of that stool, a healthy gut. Now, I chose healthy gut as the solution. You could write this post and replace one meal with a lean shake. It's really simple. You could do the reset as your solution. This might be the only segment where I would say you could have a couple solutions. Like I might say, jumpstart your weight loss with a 3-day nutritional fast designed to reset your metabolism, and then continue for the long haul with a 30-day program that will get your gut healthy. I might marry those two together. The next paragraph is a little magical paragraph I call a powerful promise. That's a marketing, copywriting phrase. I didn't make that up, and I don't have time to necessarily teach you how to write one of these right now, but here it is. With a simple 3-step system, I can help your body finally get to a place where it will let go of excess fat without starving yourself so that your diet and exercise efforts show up on the scale. Ready to get results? I can help. And that's your little call to action. Click the link, attend this event, reach out for help, message me for details. So this is just a general overview. Look how short that is. You don't need to have posts that are novels to get people to approach you. In fact, the shorter, the better. Okay? People don't have a ton of time. Okay, let's see. So that is copywriting. That's leading people through the minefield of their minds so that they do what they already know they need to do, and they do it with you. And I don't have time to teach all the components of good copywriting tonight. And that's why I developed a 5-week course that will not only go into depth, but give you practice in doing so. Because if you go home by yourself tonight, like this is sort of like, don't try this at home alone. You're going to suck at it at first, and you're going to feel clunky and wonky. You have to retrain your brain to write like this. And so in this course, we'll have 1 weekly training where we focus on one segment at a time, and you learn to write the problem. And in week 2, you're going to learn to write the part about why they can't solve the problem. And then we'll have 2 options that week for workshops where you'll get an assignment and you'll put what you learn into practice. There's a daytime option and there's an evening option for those of you that work during the day. And then there's a lot of content on the Facebook page that will surround your thoughts about all of this, because really it's your thoughts that are holding you back from doing any of this more than anything. So we address that too. I've taught this course maybe 5 or 6 times over the last 2 years. And it's gotten phenomenal feedback. People are telling me, Kelly, I finally have people coming to me. And isn't that more fun when people reach out to you? And I'm not saying that you never have to reach out. You do, you always will. But it's great when people reach out to you because of posts like this. It's only $19.95 to take the class, which is insanely low. I'm not trying to get rich doing this. I'm just trying to give back a little bit. And the next one begins September 18th. The Facebook page opens September 11th with a little bit of prep work that you'll need to do. So you can register tonight and you're ready to go. And that'll give you some time to gather your teams to do this with you as well. So we can all elevate this industry together with better writing. And now I'm going to agitate you a little bit. And I'm going to tell you that this is more than likely the last time I will teach this course live. So if you want to get the full benefit of the course by having me live, I would highly suggest taking it now and invite your teams to do it with you. And let's get better together. Any questions? There's the link as well. You're welcome, Jessica. Jessica, before you said, I felt led to do this. Awesome. Come on in. Let's work together for the next 5 weeks. I appreciate you all. This is recorded and you'll get an email if you registered for this with this recording, if you want to watch it back or if you want to send it to anybody. And I hope to see you guys in the next Consistent Copy 5-week fling. Thanks for joining me. Good night.